Okay, ready guys? I want to see how you guys are under pressure. How you can compose yourselves. Push, 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 push! Alex, that's it, that's it, that's it! Over the top, over the top. Let's go. 5 seconds, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, good man. Today we've got the black belt grading, or the Dan grading for our instructors team. And this is something we tend to do once a year for brand new instructors who have just joined us. And really what it is it's a transition into the Warrior Academy syllabus. So a lot of our instructors come from a place where they've studied for the last 10, 20, 30, even 40 years, and they've got several black belts from several different styles. We've got instructors who are 5th Dans, who are 4th Dans, 3rd Dans, international champions, professional fighters. They've studied 6 styles, they've won, you know, European and world championships, so they know their stuff. You're already brilliant martial artists to get to this point. What I want to see is what's in here. I want to get in there and find out what's going on. How far you can push yourselves, yeah? I'm also looking at how you work as a team. While they may have really focused on Taekwondo all of their lives, or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or karate, or kickboxing, whatever it is, today we challenge them on all aspects of the Warrior Academy syllabus. And obviously as we teach freestyle Taekwondo, that syllabus is very diverse. The main goal for us from a martial arts perspective, obviously outside of the character development side, from a martial arts perspective is to develop versatile martial artists. So a student goes through our program, they get a black belt with us, it typically takes 8 years, whereas in most Taekwondo clubs, that will take 3 or 4 years. So you can't get a black belt with us until you're over 16. So what's really interesting about that is we've got a lot of integrity with our belt system. It takes a long time to get there, and there's a long process. It's very, very difficult and challenging. But the ultimate goal of that is once they get to that level, at the age of 16 or above, they've done over 8 years of training with us, and now they're a very versatile martial artist. They can go and compete in kickboxing, Taekwondo, karate, even Jiu-Jitsu, even Thai boxing. So they've got this ability to then double down on the particular style if they want to, which I think is really, really cool. Especially from a martial arts perspective. The reason all you guys are here today is because these two have vouched for you all and said you're ready to roll. Charlie has suggested that he joins you guys for this as well, to set the standard with you guys. All right? Cool. Face the front, Tritz. Okay, yeah, Charlie, if you could jump in, sir. The grading starts off with a pretty vigorous warm-up. It takes about 10-20 minutes to get through just the warm-up. And the reason the warm-up's so tough is it really needs to set the scene for what's to come. We know that their martial arts technique is already good, or they wouldn't be teaching at the Warrior Academy. But what I want to do is understand what's going on in their minds, what's going on in their character, and really drag that out of them. And you can't really drag that out of them until you really break people down and get them very exhausted, very tired, to the breaking point. And then we go into technique. We go through every single technique in the Warrior Academy syllabus, hand techniques, foot techniques, knee strikes, elbow strikes, and so on, and combinations. And there's about 400 different techniques that they have to go through on both sides. After that, we go into self-defense. Guys, so what I'm looking for you guys to do here is, if Annabelle runs in, let's have Annabelle starting first. What we'll do is white belt self-defense. First technique really slow, so like a third of the speed you guys normally do, so we can watch that technique, right? So if Charlie's punching me here, really slow, my hands are here, push, bang, pause it on that last strike, yeah? And then when you're doing it fast, you're here, let's kick! That's what I want to see, yeah? So we're going to start from this position, and when I say go, you all complete the technique. That's what we're looking for. Okay, guys? What I want to see, guys, is a final position where you haven't just taken them down, but you're holding them down, right? So they're not going to get back up and start hitting you again, right? Finish in a position where you're in control. One more time. Nice and fast. I don't want you guys to come back, guillotine, and wrap your legs around. I want to see this whizzer, yeah? Arm coming in, over the top. That's what I want to see. It's a very deflective self-defense, this one. You're going with the movement. They come towards you here, bang, go with the movement, trap the arm. It's very easy that way, yeah? And then we go into realistic self-defense. So with realistic self-defense, it's actually how they handle pressure. So we have some of our more senior instructors randomly attacking every single person in one line with a technique they're not expecting. Typically a hold or a grab, maybe from the front, the side, or the rear. And they get given about 10 to 30 seconds to prevent the attack from happening, to remain in control and finish in a controlled position, which is typically on the ground. That's the goal of realistic self-defense. What I'm looking for is that you guys are able to A, protect yourself, de-escalate the situation, and finish in control. Whether that's on the ground or standing up, what I want to see is you guys maybe doing a strike, but ultimately finishing in, you're in control of the other person. Does that make sense? Can these instructors handle themselves under pressure and remain confident and in control? That's a physical thing because they need to know what they're doing, but it's also a mental thing. Can they relax and calm down, understand what's going on, and make the right decisions? Don't stop, don't stop. You know how to defend from that. Let's go. 5 seconds, come on. Push, 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 push. 5, 4, 3, 2, good man. You know what to do when you're clinching. Think about that leg, we're on a sweep. Now, right leg, that's it, that's it, that's it. Over the top, good man. There you go, well up. Next up. Don't panic, guys. When you're in that position, you're clinching. If you're stuck there, you're clinching. You know what you're doing, yeah? After that, we go into sparring. So with sparring, it's pads on, and it's pretty tough sparring. So it's 60 seconds, first warming up with a partner, and then we start upping the speed, the tempo, the contact. We go through Taekwondo style sparring, which is semi-contact. Then we go into Muay Thai style sparring. Then we go into just clinching. And then after that, we go into the ground self-defense. So with the ground self-defense, everyone's on the ground with a partner, and they have to show us that they can do things like escape from side control, escape from mount, escape from being in the opponent's guard. Can they take an opponent down who's doing a rugby tackle on them? All this sort of stuff. So it's understanding the groundwork and the ground self-defense that they can do. You know, while these guys may have studied stand-up fighting for a long time, we also want them to be proficient with groundwork. So once that's done, we then move into board breaking. Board breaking we make very, very difficult for them. These guys already know how to break boards. They're very good at it. So we typically double up on boards. We ask the head instructor to perform a technique. I normally challenge him quite a lot. If he can do a really good technique, we then ask the rest of the team to do it as well. So that's normally a very exciting part of the grading because we take it in turns. We go from doing 1 board to 2 boards, and we increase the complexity of the techniques as well. After that, we finish with a fitness test. The fitness test is pretty grueling. It's about 100 squat jumps to start with, so that's how we started off. Really, it's about finding a rhythm with those squat jumps because often what I find is if we start and stop as we go, the lactic acid builds up and it gets a lot harder. Bear in mind, this is after 3 hours of technical work, self-defense and sparring. Look at me, guys, look at me. Focus, ready. 5 seconds again, ready. Max effort, go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last one, ready. Then we go into press-ups, 100 press-ups, and about 100 sit-ups as well. After that, everyone's pretty much exhausted. They pass the grading, we hand out the certificates, and then we do the final challenge, which is an ice bath. And the ice bath really, while it's great for recovery, because a lot of these guys are going to be experiencing a lot of DOMs over the next couple of days, recovering from some injuries that they may have sustained in sparring or clinching or groundwork. That's the benefit of the ice bath, but the challenge of the ice bath is all in their head. What I'm looking for is, can I take a martial artist who's used to being in the dojo, used to being challenged in the dojo, out of their comfort zone by bringing them into a new environment. One of the really interesting things about martial artists is they can be incredibly confident in the dojo space, but if you change their environment, their confidence and their character gets tested in a brand new location. So I really try to bring them out of that with the ice bath, right? No one enjoys being submerged in 5-degree water and having to put their head under the water for a few seconds. No one enjoys that. But the first 5 minutes are really telling about someone's character. You know, can they breathe through that? One of the things I do is I try to mentor the instructors through that as they go through it. And the way I explain it to instructors is when you're sparring, you don't hold lots of tension and try and throw your strikes from a real place of tension. Instead, you're very, very relaxed. And then you control your mind, you control your body, you release tension. And in the same way, they need to approach that with the ice baths, right? So that's more about controlling their breathing, slowing down their breathing, slowing down the rapid thoughts that are going on, saying, I gotta get out, I can't do this. So the ice bath's less about recovery and more about the mental side of being able to regulate their emotions under pressure. So typically the instructors stay in there for at least 7 minutes, but up to 10 minutes, and then we pull them out, and that's it. That is the end of the instructor's grading.